With the meatballs now, I'm going to show you how to make a stir-fry vegetable where we're going to combine it with rice and then top it off with the meatballs as another lunch option. So one of the things I want to show you today is how to peel ginger. To peel ginger, the easiest thing you can do is use the back of a spoon. So with the back of the spoon, you can scrape down the skin of the ginger root, like so. Once you get the little knobby parts, I just like to cut it off like that. Now that you skin the ginger root, this can be kept in the freezer for as long as you want, a couple of months to even half a year. So that's what I have right here. The reason why I want to do this, it makes stir fry a lot easier when I grate it with my microplane, which I'll show you near the stovetop. So let's actually go ahead and heat up our pan. So the first thing is when you're stir frying, you want to make sure your pan is nice and hot. Once it's hot, that is when you're gonna add the oil. A lot of times people ask me, how do I know if it's hot? Easiest thing is you're gonna wet your hands. Take your wet hand, and if you see it sizzling or hear it sizzling, then the pan is nice and hot. So once you have a hot pan, we're gonna add in our oil. I'm gonna use avocado oil today. If there's only one oil you choose to have in your house, choose avocado just because it has a really high smoke point, really mild in flavor, so it's almost versatile in all the different recipes. Bonus is that it has the same health benefits as olive oil because it's really, really high in vitamin E as well as the monounsaturated fats. So let's add in the oil, just enough to kind of coat the powder in the pan, and just kind of give it a swirl. You can see the oil is nice and shiny because our pan's hot. Next is we're gonna add our vegetables. Today, I'm gonna add in some broccoli slaw, but you can also add in a stir-fry vegetable blend. But this is a great way to use up any odds and ends for your vegetables. Next, I'm also gonna add in some bean sprouts. And just give it a stir. To flavor the stir fry, we're gonna add in our grated ginger as well as some garlic. So remember, this ginger root was in the freezer, so it makes it really, really easy now for me to grate. It's like snow. We'll do the same with the garlic. This way, your kids won't complain about having bits of pieces of the garlic and ginger in their mouth because it'll be finely grated in. Make it here, so we'll tie it down. To flavor the stir fry, we're going to add a little bit of coconut aminos. Or you can also use gluten-free soy sauce or tamari. This is going to be what's going to be salty, so about a tablespoon or so. And there you have it. We have our stir-fried vegetables. So now let's go back and assemble this in a thermos. Now let's assemble the thermos. What we need to do is I always put hot boiling water into the thermos, and this just keeps it nice and warm until your child eats it at lunchtime. So I'm gonna go ahead now and pour out the boiling water. I let it sit for about 5 minutes. Next is we're gonna fill the bottom of the thermos with rice. So this is just freshly steamed rice. Feel free to use a rice cooker if you want. Make sure you kind of fluff up the rice a little bit if it's been sticking. So once you fill the bottom with rice, I'm gonna go ahead and add the vegetables. Now again, the stir-fry vegetables is really for you to kind of pick and choose, add broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, whatever your child likes. You might need to give it a little bit of nudge, so I just take the spoon and kind of push it down. Next comes the meatballs. So you go ahead the stuff. I'm gonna be adventurous and choose 3. There you have it. We're gonna take the lid, close it up tightly. Now, as you close the thermos, just make sure don't do it too tight, or else by the time your child wants to open it, it's gonna be a struggle to open just because of steam and everything. So just leave it a little bit kind of slightly, it's still closed, but not super, super tight. And there you have it, stir-fry meatballs for lunch.